Welcome to Meshmen Studio and the Mori channel, and we're live here on Wednesday, London. And yeah, greetings and welcome to my live stream. And if you see this on the rerun, consider subscribing, because I'm gonna cover Mori, texturing, look dev, cinematography and other VFX and movie related topics. So we're gonna continue where I left off, and I was working on the Clearcoat channel. So let's dive into it, and I hope the stream gods is on the best mood, because I had some technical difficulties last week. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. It might and damn good coffee and hot. So yeah, welcome. And we have a few people already on the channel. I can see it. I can see you. Welcome. Yeah, thanks, Slava. Pleasant coffee drinking. So yeah, let's do something about this. This was a temp. I want to actually use another breakup map or something. Let's take this one. Oh, I have this strange thing going on here. No, don't say it's one of those days. Let's see, I'm gonna restart more here. It's strange. Hold on. So I'm just restarting. I hope it was a glitch. I couldn't drag from my image manager by a strange thing going on there. So I want to go to my Clearcoat down here. Yeah. So let's set some kind of size on this. I was gonna do another one. And let's go do some global adjustments on this one, so we get some offset. See what we can get. So I just wanna break this up now with a cloud. And a axis, no, histogram scan. Let's take some others, just a bit different scale. I'm just gonna do some variants here so I get something that's not super obvious. And let's take this. So this is gonna be like a scratch breakup on the actual Clearcoat, like a fine scratch on the Clearcoat that's not gone through to the paint. So I'm gonna merge this again. Evening, Pete. So let's make another cloud here and just gently knock areas down with this. So I want something large. Just gonna crunch this a bit as well. Let's see. Let's see if I can find something that's a little more uniform like that. Okay, so let's take the, yeah, and I'm gonna invert this now. I think I inverted with a brightness lookup instead. Or yeah, I can do that. It doesn't matter really. Let's see. Or let's try histogram, what's it called? Let's see if I can do something with these notes instead. Histogram shift. Oh, it's a little too abrupt, this one. Let's see, which one do we have? I'm not so... I use histogram scan a lot, but this new histogram shift that was added a while ago, and what was another one? See if I can do something with those. Interesting too. So this is something that Jens added in the, let's see. Ah, this one works better. That's kind of what I was after. Interesting. So histogram select. So this one should be the contrast. Yeah, that's exactly what I want. Cool. Then I'll scrap this one. So I could probably do something about this cloud here as well. I just want something that's not too obvious. So this one, delete my old test node there, and so the webcam, it's a like a Logitech something 6. What is it? Yeah, Logitech. There's Pete in the corner. Oops, I got a lot of messages here. Logitech, which one am I using? I can't recall the actual number on it. What strange site was that? I'm using, where is it? Video, webcams. I think it's this one, the C920. Yeah, it is. And I'm using OBS to stream with OBS software. It's okay, but it's a little sketchy sometimes. So yeah, I guess it's free, so that's what you get. Okay, so let's make another paintable breakup on this one. I guess I can use this one to just paint some oops, which one am I looking at? This one should be multiply. Okay. Luminance. Okay, it's have to crunch it. Just gonna level this a bit. Something like that, maybe. Okay, so let's take the body and just do some extra scratches here and there. So yeah, it's gonna be quite a short one today. Been hard at work. Just gonna do some general working on this Clearcoat that I started with the last time. So I guess it's gonna be some general. We have a question about, so Mori 4 works great. This is not Mori 4 because there is I use a lot of extension pack plugins, and those will not be out for Mori 4 in quite some time. I do, however, use the Mori 4. We can start it here in a while and just take a look before we hang up. Yeah, it started to be okay. There's still some, in my opinion, some things that needs to be resolved, but I'm not sure if it's in the scope for this release. I was hoping to see if a few more polishing on some of the features that I implemented. For example, there's something called texture sets that's you can load textures like Megascan stuff. I'm gonna do a hands-on offline tutorial about the Megascan stuff very soon. So I have actually got a few Megascans from Megascan to have in a demo, so that's gonna come. However, there is nothing that's really suited for applying these Megascans in the current Mori 4, and that's kind of a little disappointing. They have something that you really can't use. Well, you can use it with 3planars or tiled textures, but the stock ones that Mori at Foundry has at the moment is not really suited to hook up a number of textures and drive them with one input. So yeah, that's something that in extension pack has really good support for. We have this, what's it called? I haven't used it that much, but I can show you nodes. Where is it? Image arrays. Oh, it's under. Let's see. If Jens was here now, he's the one that's give me a second, so I always forget what they are named. I think it image array. Yeah, so here you can plug Megascan type of textures into. I can take one of those. I have them. Have it here. So let's go to my drive here. Go to my projects in my global texture library. And Megascan, let's take something, what should we take? Let's take this one. Let's map the albedo for this one, ambient occlusion, bump, displacement, normal, and roughness, for example. So now if we look at output 1, so this is now like a if I go here and where is it? The settings. I have to manifold UV, for example. If I now repeat this, it's gonna repeat all of them. So if I go and look at output B here, for example, that's the normal. We have these set up. So this is a way to make kind of like a Megascan texture setup. So this is something I wish actually Foundry had developed instead of a third party, because I mean, they have now the Megascan, but they don't really have any nodes. You have to hook everything up yourself, so that's something I would like to see. And if you are as a customer, I encourage you to go and request these type of things on the forum or the support channel, so they realize that's something that's needed. Okay, let's get back to this, just to add some large scale stuff here as well. So this pass is just gonna be to break up the clear coat. It's like a varnish. It's not really gonna scratch the paint itself. It's just gonna make it like the fine breakup from the varnish onto the paint. And I showed that in the last episode from the Sunday stream. So Pete, are you still with us? Have you done any new updates on your project? You were talking about the bump. I got a message from the channel you're talking about. Yeah, bump can be really expensive. You often have to bake everything down. You can't have it live and stuff like that. and I guess it's graphics card, driver, and all that. But yeah, so I usually just turn it on to check stuff temporarily. I never paint with bump or displacement or anything like that. So yeah, and if I work with bump, I usually make a very simplified network with maybe just a baked color map, and if I want to work with the bump live, I try to simplify a network and maybe work on nodes, like maybe strip out something, so I work on a few nodes rather than I have a very complex network and have a baked color or something as a temp type of texture. So yeah, let's take a look at, for people that's new here or coming back. So I have Pete's he's painting along here, and this is his progress, and you can see here. And I guess the top is the latest, right? So that, I wonder what's going on here. What's that, Pete? Is that some kind of that's interesting. And I want to know about the flags or whatever. What is it? That's interesting. Is that your phone number? But it looks like some kind of I'm not sure what kind of creature. Is that birds down there? It's Nessie. Okay. So okay, so that's a Loch Ness. I see. That's funny. Yeah. So yeah, here's, look at his URL up here. It's carbonmade.com. Can go and check his stuff out. So yeah, I want to go to Scotland someday. Looks very pretty up there. It reminds me a little of Norway. I've been a lot in Norway when I was. It's very pretty in Norway as well. You have the fjords and the mountains, and yeah, there's a lot of nice scenery that reminds me when I see images from the Scottish Highlands and stuff. It would be very nice to go there someday. Check it out. Maybe this summer or something. Let's see. So I was last year I was hanging out in the Cotswolds. That's kind of close to where I live, so it's just a 2-hour journey, and that was also very pretty. So yeah, I guess I have to. I think I will use a ambient occlusion now, because it doesn't make sense to have micro scratches and stuff in some areas. So let's create a radio. Okay, so there's an issue at the moment with the latest extension pack that Jens is looking into. It's not a biggie, but my shortcut seems to get lost. So let's see, occlusion, radio. So let's see, let's experiment with that histogram select again. See if I can, I have to start to use these nodes here, see if it's, so I usually have, traditionally I use the brightness lookup. It might be an idea for this, just gonna see. What, let's see, I'm not entirely sure. Okay, that's freaky. Let's compare it with the brightness lookup. I guess brightness lookup works more like I expect, so let's see. Yeah, don't get that rim there. So something I wish was possible in Mari is to, if I select these, kind of like group them, but not really group them, more like they, if I have a bunch of nodes that they would temporarily just go into one, and if I hit a button that they will expand. That's something I've seen in other packages that looks kind of neat, like you can collapse portions but not really group them in a way. So I wish that's, I'm not sure if I ever requested that as a feature. I have to see if I did that on the forum. Let's go screen here. Whoops, I guess can't have a have to be careful how much I take away here. Yeah. And also I should work, so I had color management on there, so I like to turn it off when I work with masks, because then I can see what the mask actually will look like. So in this, I guess, yeah, I guess I have to completely take away with the metal mask there, and that's something I already do there. So it's, let's see here. Yeah, okay, so in the bottom I already have my metal mask feeding in here, and that's my new kind of micro surface breakup comp going into this one. and it multiplies against the metal scratch. So where the metal is, there is gonna be, I'm gonna dig through the paint, and the micro scratches is just gonna dig into the clear coat, just making it like slightly more like so where it's black, it's gonna be less shiny, revealing the underlying rougher paint. So this is something that's gonna be very, very faint. And on top of that, I add the mask for the actual dirt that's gonna eat away again. So this is gonna be very, very subtle. But we can see here when I do this one. So those, everything that, let's see, everything that's added there is gonna chip away from the clear coat. So that's gonna be a very fine breakup, but you might see it in angles when you start to see through the dirt, like you get something extra going on there. So that can be something that looks cool. So yeah, let's continue here. That's gonna add some more stuff. So one thing that's really good in at home here, I use just one monitor because I'm streaming and I'm mirroring my monitor to be able to send it through a stream computer, so I don't have two monitors. But in Mario 4 we can collapse, we can go full screen. So if I have an old graph setup like this, even on a single monitor, it's easy to go full screen, and that's something that is really cool in the new one. I wish I had it. So some aspects I wish I had right now, but I can't go full on Mario 4 yet until we have the extension pack things. Because I'm so used to a lot of workflows with the extension pack. So if I would just go cold turkey, I would feel very lost. I guess something I could do as well would be to add actually a curvature. Let's see. To take something else away. So let's actually set my shortcuts now temporarily again here. More extension, no graph, MISC, radio nodes. This is interesting. Why did that work? Okay, that works. Let's see what we have here. So I guess the corners can be totally shipped off, so Now let's take that other node, histogram, select. This one is the one I want to use. So Pete person, new transmitter node is the bee's knees. I don't, the business. You like it? Is that what you mean? Yeah, I like the new radio stuff as well. Oops. Let's see. I could just add it to. So yeah, some kind of. I guess I have to just make more real estate here. And also some kind of auto layout when you have it in a backdrop would be nice sometimes. Just gonna do a fork here so I can add to my general breakup there. It's a little no juggling sometimes. Okay, so we want to multiply this one. I could break it up as well, just to have fun here with the cloud. So where were we? There we were. And let's tweak this. I guess I need to. I'm thinking about using the same. I'm gonna use that occlusion on that curvature, so I take away some of the stuff there. Let's see. Okay. It's maybe a little brutal here in the back, but I could try and mess with the cloud, I guess. Let's see. could blend two clouds together, see what happens. This is gonna be an expensive thing in the end if I do this, but I mean it's just gonna find something here. Let's see here, I'm just gonna go here and check what happens if I disable. Okay, so that one actually was the... Yeah, that wasn't too bad actually. Whoa. Or it was actually very bad to do that. In my case, I was messing with the wrong one there, so let's see. The breakup map needs to be a little more like that. This one can go to the other one there. Yeah, I think, what time is it? Yeah, I've been on it for about 50 minutes now, so I think I will call this the day, and on Sunday I will export this and take a look at a offline render with the Clearcoat breakup and see what happens before I continue on other parts. I might, at the moment it's just for the body, but I could extend it to other parts as well, like I guess this the red one here, and yeah, let's add this one as well. I want to add, because there's like painted paint on this one as well. So let's add that ISO. ISO red paint. Just gonna hook up a few of those masks so I have it ready for. So now this one will also get micro scratches. Let's see. Just gonna disable the dirt mask here. Yeah. So I guess that's kind of it, I think, for today. So yeah, that's something I can do. I can share this project file when it's ready. That's totally fine. Yeah, so let's dive into the end screen, and thanks for hanging out with me tonight. And yeah, see you on Sunday. On Sunday I'm gonna do a longer live session again. It's gonna be around 2 hour-ish and around 1800. And yeah, thanks for everyone that's been on the live stream, and if you see this on the rerun, consider subscribing and hit the bell notification, because then you know when I go live. And yeah, see you on the channel, and happy painting. See you, bye bye.